We asked you on our community tab, what would you like to see?
An astounding 75% answered that you would be interested in knowing what the benefits as an employee in Belgium are.
So that is what we are going to talk about in this video. A big shout out to all the people who participated in this poll.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We are SuprAash. We would like to start with a disclaimer. The information in this video is based on our personal experience gathered in the past 10 odd years in Belgium and that of our friends and colleagues.
A lot of benefits are quite standard in Belgium, but it is better to check it with your employer directly.
We will do our best to indicate which benefits vary from employer to employer.
So let's get started.
So let's start with the mandatory benefits in Belgium. And when we say mandatory benefits, what we mean by this is it is legally obliged benefits which an employer or a company should give to you as an employee.
The gross annual salary is divided into 13.92.
So what that normally means is when you negotiate your contract or your employment offer with a company or an employer, they talk about a gross salary, which is a per month gross salary. To get to your annual salary, you need to multiply it into 13.92. And the reason that you multiply it into 13.92 and not 12 is because in Belgium, you have two extra components to your annual gross salary. One is a 13th month or a end of year bonus. And the second one is the 0.92, which is also known as your holiday pay or your double vacation pay. This is generally paid in the month of May or June, depending again from employer to employer. And the 13th month, as the title explains itself, it's in the 13th month or it's towards the end of the year with your salary of December. It's for Christmas time and it's your end of year bonus.
All these benefits, what we are talking, it's mostly based on IT jobs. We don't know if it's the same which is applicable for other non-IT jobs as well.
It very well could be, but as we stated before, it's best to check directly with your employer.
So to give you an example, imagine like you have 3,000 euros as a gross monthly salary. So you need to multiply it by 13.92, which comes to 41,760 as your annual gross salary. But please note that the 13.92 which we mentioned, they are highly taxed, and also the monthly salary, of course, they are taxed as well, and the taxes are very high in Belgium. It can go from 40 to 50% as well. But the taxes are calculated based on your family situation. Imagine you are a single person, then the taxes what you're going to pay will be different with the one who is with a family and he or she has a dependents as well. So when we say dependents, like maybe your spouse is not working or you have kids, so based on those number of dependents, your tax will be calculated, and at the end you will end up paying little less taxes as compared to a single person who is earning the same amount but without any dependents.
There are a lot of websites and calculators online which you can use to reach to your net salary based on your personal situation. We will link these in the description box down below.
So the next topic is hospitalization.
When we talk about hospitalization, it is when you are actually hospitalized in a hospital. It's not your outpatient care, it's not visiting a GP. These are normally covered by a mutualiteit, and the mutualiteit is something which you pay for yourself. You pay a small fee per year, but it's something different from hospitalization insurance. Hospitalization insurance, as we explained before, is something which the employer pays, and it is 100% covered by the employer. It is to help with the high hospital costs in the case of hospitalization. The next benefit you can expect in Belgium is pension, or it is also known as group insurance.
Pension is the amount which you usually get it after your retirement age. But we must also contribute to this pension. The employer contributes 9% of your salary to this pension, and the employees, which means us, who will contribute 7.5% of our salary. The next topic is meal vouchers.
Meal vouchers is a small amount which an employer pays to the employee, and these are paid in form of electronic vouchers these days. It used to be paper vouchers in the past, but now it's all electronic. They're loaded into a card which you can then use to pay for meals or to buy food and beverages in groceries and supermarkets. You cannot use it for other products, and this is paid out once a month, and it's accumulated based on the number of days that you have worked. Please note that if you do not work or for weekends, you do not get paid for meal vouchers. The amount generally varies between 6 euros to 8 euros per day, and you need to confirm with your company or with your employee what is the amount that you can expect. The next topic or the next benefit in Belgium is transportation.
The employer covers your public transportation or gives you a company car to travel from home to work. For the public transportation, usually the company covers 80% to 100% of your transport coverage. When I say public transport, it includes train, metros, buses, and sometimes they also have a coverage for your bicycles.
When we talk about the company car, you're generally given a company car allowance if you're entitled to one, based on your level and based on the employer. It's not mandatory that you would receive a company car, so please check this with your employer. And once you receive an allowance, you need to work with the leasing agencies that your company works with and select a company car from them. You also get a fuel card along with the company car. Sometimes it can be a fixed amount per month, and you can use up to that amount. If you use anything over that amount, then you need to pay for it yourself. Or at times it can even be a contract based on the kilometers between your house and work, and they pay you just that amount. So it really depends. And we have made a video on finding a job in Belgium. So if that is something that you are interested in, you can click on the card over here or in the link in the description down below to watch it.
Who doesn't need a holiday?
I know I would love one.
Me too. So let's dive into that topic.
So generally in Belgium, you are entitled to 20 legal holidays, and this is apart from the 10 national holidays which are there in Belgium. Apart from these 20 legal holidays, some companies also have extra legal holidays. You also have seniority days, and you also have different forms of vacation days which you can take as an employee in Belgium. Some of these are student days. So if you are studying and if you're below a certain age, you are entitled to student days where you can prepare for an examination. You also have maternity and paternity days. And there is also another type of holiday known as social holidays. But please note that these are unpaid holidays. You are entitled to them, you can take them, but you will not be paid for these days. You also have another type of holiday which is known as social holidays.
Please note that the legal holidays, 20 holidays, you get it only if, for example, imagine 2023 is going to start. If I have worked the complete year of 2022 in Belgium, only then I am eligible for 20 legal holidays in 2023, irrespective of the company that I am going to work with.
So if you're new to Belgium, you might be wondering, am I not allowed to take any holidays in my first year? Don't I get some holidays? Don't worry, you do get some holidays as well. There is another category of holidays called European holidays, which you can take only in the first year that you start working in Belgium. Please note that when you do take these holidays, this would have an impact on your holiday pay for the following year.
Subscribe to our channel to know which are the most useful apps in Belgium.
Now it's time to talk about some of the optional benefits as an employee in Belgium.
Let's talk about performance bonus.
Some companies offer you a performance bonus. So based on your performance towards the end of the year, you might get a bonus depending on how well you have done and how well the company has done in that year. Company advantages.
Some companies have tie-up with other providers where the employees can take advantage of those. There will be a company portal where you can buy these products at a discounted price. Next one is eco vouchers.
This is similar to your meal vouchers, where a company gives you a certain number of eco vouchers in a year, and these vouchers are used to buy ecological products or bio products from supermarkets. It's basically for products which consume less energy and are more environment friendly or better for the environment. The next optional benefit is netto pay.
What's a netto pay? Netto pay is the net salary, which means sometimes the company, along with your gross salary, also could give you a fixed amount of money every month. These are completely paid to you, they are not taxed. Next one is internet subscription.
Some companies pay for your internet subscription, or they have a tie-up with an internet service provider where they pay a part of your internet subscription and you can pay the remaining part. The next benefit is mobile subscription along with a mobile phone.
Here, the company could provide you a mobile subscription. So basically, a SIM card could be provided to you with some subscription for voice calling and internet as well on your phone. Some companies, along with this subscription, could also give an option to select mobiles. So there could be a budget which is fixed to you, and you can choose a mobile from that particular provider and also a subscription. So guys, let us know, did you find this information useful or not?
We would really like to know if our information has been useful and helpful to you.
And also, if there are some other topics which you would like us to cover, please let us know in the comments down below. We will try our best to do so.
And if you like this video, please like, share,
because sharing is caring.
and if you would like to see more such videos, do consider subscribing to our channel. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.